It is time. The big day has come. The day in which Jack Eichel is no longer a Buffalo Sabre. He will no longer be here in the city of Buffalo. He will be free to go get his goddamn surgery to fix his spine and hopefully enjoy some massive success. But it will not be with the Buffalo Sabres. So it is foretold in his... I don't know where I was going with that. Don't ask me. I got real deep there for a minute, but... Alright, anyway. So, before we get into that, we do have some winners to read off from last year's point scoring contest. No clean sweeps because Sergei Bobrovsky came out of nowhere and put up god-tier numbers. And Jack Eichel led the league in points with 99. What a weird season. I mean, in 56 games, maybe that those numbers would make sense. But it always seems to do that weirdly in that first year. The numbers are always kind of weird. Anyway, but the winner is here. The first one to read off is Sammy G, 1308, and he guessed Dahlin for the team lead, which he was. Eichel for the league lead, good job. And you went for Hutton as the goaltender. You were going for an early team sweep. And you know what? Not a bad bet because we were trying to tank and the game says nah, son. And Hutton did not have a bad year, as I recall. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to look at his numbers, but he had a good year. All right. Next up is fucking Stallion Duck here, guessing team lead Dahlin and league lead Eichel. Going for Gibson there, which is, again, never a bad bet. Anaheim is bad. You never know if they do good, and Gibson's going to be the one to carry them. And last but not least is Andrew's son, with Dahlin and Eichel as well, going for Vasilevsky, which seems to be always a pretty good, safe bet. He didn't have a bad year, but Bobrovsky was incredible. If Bobrovsky wasn't there, Vasilevsky may have even gotten a tie. But he won the most important hardware again. It was the Stanley Cup. So congrats to you three. Congrats to the Lightning. And congrats to whatever team gets their hands on Jack Eichel. Now, I was reading your guys' comments, and a really interesting thing popped up. Someone said, for this trade, set the trade difficulty to easy, just to be hopefully a bit more accurately reflected in a trade that, or a return that Jack Eichel would garnish. So, yeah, I can get with that. But if I make this trade, who I trade him to, it's going to be very important. Because if I'm going to do this, I'm going to trade him into a situation where I think he's going to fucking dominate. And, like, really, really succeed here. So we changed trade difficulty easy just for this trade. I will remember to put that back on. But now, the key here is to trade Jack Eichel to a location that's going to be incredibly beneficial to him. Now, I'm going to try, since I set it to easy now, I wonder if I'll get different trade. I wonder if I'll get any. Nope, still no one wanting to trade. That's hilarious. Like, come on, dude. Like, our team's just not willing to give up enough for Jack Eichel. It's kind of nuts. He just led the league in scoring. We're like, hey, he's on the fucking block. I wonder if I add him to the... Well, he'll get pissed if I add him to the trading block, eh? I mean, not that that matters. But I actually am kind of worried it'll somehow tank his morale a bit. Enough to the point of him losing a tiny bit of value. Anyway, we're going to have to spend some money after this. But, alright, so Ducks were actually rumored to be in the conversation. Not that I have to send him to a place, but I want to send him to a place where he's going to do good. Now, obvious return is guys like Zagreus, maybe even like Drysdale. But you don't want to completely take away their things. Here's the thing about Anaheim. After some of those guys, they don't have a whole hell of a lot. Comtois okay. Raquel's okay. Do they keep these guys around is the question. Raquel, how are you going to... If we make this trade especially, I mean, maybe. Maybe they do have a lot of cap space, but it is free agency. Obviously, they have Gibson. Gibson's a fantastic goalie in his prime. But they'd have to... Again, what they'd have to give up, they don't want to give up in this. The main thing here is Zagreus. I don't really... 78 at 20, it's kind of pushing it. So, not a huge fan of that situation. Arizona, how good would they be? Well, they don't really have a return that I'm after. So we skip them. Boston, same kind of deal. Not going to have the return that we're after here. You don't grab Pasta. We want to go young. So yeah, none of these guys really make sense. And you'd kind of almost want to get a solid center, right? So, really, I think Winnipeg was honestly the best option. And that is a situation where Jack Eichel will fucking succeed. And it's on the West Coast. We won't have to worry about him until they're in the Cup. So, they want... And here's another thing that really is piquing my interest. They want to give up Perfetti. Like, that's huge. Having him on the block is massive. So that's pretty amazing. Now, I'm not going to just go ahead. I'm still going to keep looking. But that is honestly maybe one of the better situations. Now, obviously, the Rangers have some stuff to give up for it. But Kakko, he doesn't pique my interest that much. In real life, maybe. But in this game, not really. Winger, playmaker. He can take face-offs. But he doesn't wow me. And, you know, they have a lot of playmakers already. I take back one, sure, but, like... Wow, they signed Buchnevich, too. Pretty hefty deal right there. They do have the cap space to make it work, but not for very long. And, yeah, they do need a center, man. Like, that's one of their biggest needs. But the thing is, again... What do you get back that's incredible? Heedle's alright, but I don't really have a big use for him. Kravtsov would be okay. Maybe a second liner. Maybe. They picked up Shiguro. Like, there's obviously some stuff you can grab here, but none of it's on the block, right? If we want to get the best return, we're going to have to try to work on the block. And unfortunately, none of these teams would adjust their blocks much. So really, it's looking like Winnipeg is the best destination, and I think we're gonna go. So for the most part, you can get Perfetti, which is a great return. Wait! Didn't they want Eichel initially? They don't want Eichel now? Interesting. Well, I mean, I guess I could see that because they do have Scheifele and Dubois. Yeah, fuck me. That does make a bit of sense. Here's the thing, man. I don't think they're getting Dubois back. He's going to want a hefty price tag. You know what? Okay. Now, on paper, this looks kind of meh. But they probably won't get Dubois back. If we load him up for this year... By the way, we also have their fucking pick for this year, so we're not doing ourselves any favors. But this is probably the best option for Eichel, and that's what I said I wanted to do. They'd have too many centers, though. All right, we'd have to take back some. I could take Dubois back, but I can't at the same time. I was going to say, I should take back a center. I could... No, Lowry's got too much value. Frick. I was kind of hoping to take back someone... All right, well, they can play someone on the frickin' wing. It's not my job to make their team... I mean, look at that. Look at 74 face-offs. Put them on the wing. Anyway, it's not my job to make them good. It's my job to get good returns. So, I like this for the reason that Perfetti's on here. He's going to be a solid freaking center. I really, really like him. 86 and 87 passing and awareness. Decent shot. Good face-offs. Not the greatest defensive stats, but he has good face-offs at least. So, I doubt this guy really is going to become like a big two-way threat. But it'll be a solid offensive piece. And that's your main piece right there. Now, obviously, these guys aren't going to have a whole ton of value in other ways. I'd like to... I could pick up Rosian, a little wait-and-see guy. A winger playmaker, sure. He did well for us. I don't want to pick up a bunch of guys that I'd used before, so... But yeah, so we already have their pick for this year. Unfortunately, they don't have other firsts on the block, but... We could just load up on some later firsts. Get a couple of those in there. I don't know if that goes through. It's not on block, but again, try to get as much back as possible. So, Perfetti and 2 firsts for Eichel. Probably the best that we're going to get. I wish those firsts were on the block, but they never are really on the block until like the actual deadline when everything updates, unfortunately. So, again, this still might not even go through. Because weirdly they don't want Eichel, which I guess makes sense because... Yeah, they have basically 2 1Cs, but I'm not going to take back Dubois. They're probably going to lose his ass anyway. You lock in Eichel. You have an incredible 1-2 punch of Scheifele and Eichel. Or you play them on the same line together. Again, still feel like you should get more, but it's EA. So here's the only thing about this. I'm going to make them an incredible... I think they're already just in the Cup, so they're already really good. We also have the Florida pick, but yeah, we have their pick already for this year. We're going to own a lot of their picks if we do indeed go for this. But it's not the worst thing. It's tough. It's a tough decision. All right, I had to step out a sec. I totally forgot to get coaches. I had 0. I just went and offered some coaches some contracts while it was on my mind before I would completely forget. But because we got free agency to do after this end as well, so more things. And I'm gonna try to push this kind of as much as possible because I don't really know what kind of this game likes. Now, I would also like to kind of get someone else, but there's not anything great. I kind of almost want to take a chance on Vesalainen, but too much value, and I don't like that. If he had less value, I'd be a lot more comfortable taking a gamble on him. But see, that's the thing. Like, I could always grab another pick, another player. Like grab Heinola here and then another pick, but is that... I mean, I could try for it, essentially. Like another first. I have 3 friggin' firsts for this. Winnipeg has no firsts, so they're pretty much going all in for Eichel. So they're giving up a first-round pick in Perfetti, 3 firsts, and then Heinola, who was also a first-round selection. So that's essentially 5 first-round selections. Now, 4 of them are likely to be late, but Perfetti was pretty early. So the value looks incredibly skewed. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to push this as much as possible. I would kind of be okay with a return like this. It's not amazing. Like, so I might actually check on some other things, but with the blocks, this is great. And honestly, Perfetti is probably the best. He's probably the guy I like most out of any of the prospects we could really get our hands on. I really, really like Cole Perfetti. I think he's really good. He's going to have good face-offs. He's going to be good offensively. And he's just starting his entry level. And Heinola in there just kind of to be there. Maybe he pans out. We'll see. Heinola, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if he even becomes top 4, but 77 at 20 is not bad. So, like, at least the 2 prospects are on the block. Then you throw in 3 first-round picks. And that's what you're going for. So I would kind of be okay with that. Now I'm not gonna pull the trigger on it quite yet. I do want to take one more. Well, I wish other teams. Hold on. I'm gonna take another look at. Well, again, he also team's gonna have to be able to afford him. So a team like Ottawa, they're not the kind of team I don't think that would trade for him. Definitely not. Nah. Nah, they're building around Stützle. New York would, but again, they don't really have what I want. Of course, they need centers. I would like a center back. And I'm not a fan of any of these guys, huge, like in a big way. Like not a huge fan of any of them. Right? So I could look to LA. Now, LA has room. They might have some prospects I want. They got Turcotte. They got Byfield. So Turcotte's not bad. 77 faceoffs. Not on the block, but 80 overall at 20. Bit older. Could also go for like LaRue or something like that, but they don't want these guys. But this is, again, a situation where in a couple years they're not going to be. I honestly think it's not a bad location for them, but it's not a great location. Yeah. The more I think of it, obviously they'd keep either Turcotte or Byfield. Yeah. The more I think about it, Winnipeg just makes the most sense. Like I'm going through the possibilities here. Like Lundell, but he's a two-way, and I'm not a fan of those guys. Yeah. The more I kind of think of it, and the more I'm looking at what's available, what's around. For me, it's got to be actually the Wings, but will he really succeed here? No, he won't. Yeah, no. All right. I think I'm gonna go with Winnipeg here. There's nothing else really. I wanted to take one more look, but there's that sniper guy. But again, I'd rather get guys who are kind of a bit closer. I mean, they don't have to be. We got some other guys who are a few out, but yeah, again, that having him on the block, Perfetti, having him on the block is really, really giving me a lot of hope. Yep, I think I'm gonna go with the Winnipeg deal. I think that's kind of our the best option here. So Perfetti, 3 firsts, and then I'll see if they got something better than that defenseman. I don't think they do. He's not bad by any means. I would honestly prefer something a bit more. Like I could snag someone like more, but again, I don't want. He is signed to a not a bad deal. But he's a lefty too. No. Like, he'd be pretty good for the... But again, if he was a couple years younger, I'd maybe consider it a bit more. But I don't want guys like that, really. I kind of want to get all these guys around the same age gap. Now, the question is, do we go with Heinola, whatever? Or Rosian, not Stanley, not Green. Yeah, he's kind of the best option. I don't think they really have any potential. Nope, they have no goalies. You could go for another first, but that's pushing it back maybe a bit too far. Plus, this guy's on the block, which should help it along. So, this is kind of the haul. 3 firsts, well, technically 5 first-rounders, right? 2 guys who were drafted first round, 3 first-rounders. We already have their other first. They're not going to have a first-rounder for a while. I doubt that any of these are going to be great picks, but you can get some pretty good stuff in the late first. And hey, you never know. Maybe they have a one weird year where they suck. But this is a good situation for Eichel, in my opinion. This is a good team we're moving him to. We don't have to take back any cap. They're going to lose, what's his name anyway? Dubois. So might as well lock in Eichel for 5 years, right? And they're on the Western Conference. So let's try this. Let's see if they accept this. I'm okay. I think this is probably the best deal we're gonna, well, maybe not the best deal, but the most comfortable deal that we can make with getting a player in return that's gonna be not an Eichel replacement, but could fill that sort of void. So they're gonna be cheering in the streets apparently. I guess trade difficulty easily as good as it gets, but like, yeah, we couldn't really get much more. Interesting. I wonder what I could have got elsewhere then. If I just, like, loaded up with, like, fucking prospects. Kind of curious about that. But, honestly, I think that's a good deal for Jack Eichel. Probably more than he's going to get in real life, honestly. So, I mean, who says Perfetti's going to be a true number 1C, of course, but... Alright, it's all done. Trade difficulty set back. We are all good, and Jack Eichel is no longer a member of the Buffalo Sabres. Now it comes down to icing a team, which we still need to do. We're under cap. We don't really have a team, like at all. We got Cousins, Skinner. Like, this is our team right now. Perfetti's down there. He'll not going to play him in the NHL. Quite obviously. That doesn't seem like a great idea. So, yeah, we need to get a team on the ice. We can just sign some guys. We needed some grinders, because I think Ruotsalainen's going to be coming up. So, we need quite a bit. I think we're okay on defense. Well, maybe not this guy yet. I think he'll need a bit of development. So we should probably grab a defenseman. Or two. We need a... excuse me, I need a depth guy as well, but we need a ton of forwards here. Basically, just guys to play, fill out the cap, etc. so forth. So, we're not going to be able to go for any big names, quite obviously. No kind of guys who can get trade value out of or anything like that. Let's do forwards for now. Let's just stick with that. So, all about sort of reclamation projects slash guys who aren't very good. Duclair is kind of one I think of. No one ever takes this guy seriously. He wants 5 years, which I'm not giving him. I'll give everyone kind of 3-year deals. So I like Duclair. I like the idea of getting... Well, do I want him that good? I do want decent-ish guys. But not amazing guys, essentially. Okay. Hinestroza has a few teams interested in, which is weird. Alright, whatever. You know what? I'm still going to go for Duclair here. Again, we tried to actually tank and it didn't work, so we'll get Duclair to a decent-ish deal. Short on centers. Very kind of short on centers here. Granlund, I think, is kind of too goodish. He's got a couple teams interested in him already. Who is it? Arizona, Anaheim. Neither of them are very good, to be honest. He can come in here and be our 1C. Again, not going to give him that much term. But I can give him quite a bit of money. Get him a better deal than anywhere else. So let's sign Granlund there. So Duclair, Granlund, we're essentially putting together a freaking top line right now. And I was thinking of like Simmons. You know what? I'm gonna do it because it used to be a meme here, and I'm gonna do it now. Not gonna, 3 years is too much. Let's sign the Wayne train. There you go, there's your first line. Alright, I think we still need some pieces here and there. Now it doesn't really matter. I wanted to get playmaker, power forward, sniper. At least for the first line. That's mostly to help out Dahlin. And maybe get some stat growth from here and there. That's why they all got 3-year deals. Or besides Simmons, who got 2 years. Other than that, what else do I need? I still need... Oh yeah, I still wanted some grinders. Yeah, you know, let me do that because I know I want grinders. Let me do go by overall though. That'll be much easier. At least to find the ones that are possibly NHL guys. Okay, where you at? No, seriously, there's one. Andreoff, nah. Paquette, I always like Cedric Paquette. Sure. Let's snag Paquette. Thompson, no. Wow, they actually really pretty low here. Look how Barkley Goodrow is. Oh man. Kara got dropped off, huh? Well, I need one more to kind of... Oh, there's Giovanni's... What? No. Okay, Jamel Smith. I was like, ah, what? It's changed. Nope, don't worry about it. So Paquette, was that really... There was one more. It was... There's no right-wing grinders, huh? Interesting. Zach Smith. Might have to be lower sort of guys, I guess. Who's this roundy guy? Carter Round. Ah! He's alright. He can at least fill out that... Fill out that fourth line at least. And there were some potential... Well, a potential grinder. You know what? Will it be easier to go with? I don't think so, but I'm gonna look for it anyway. Basically, I'm gonna look at potentials here because that's where I find them. There was a there's a couple guys essentially that I wanted to get my hands on. Now I just gotta make sure I find them. There's one. Mallinston. Someone else is interested in him, so we'll max him out on a two-way... 2 years? Maybe. Might work. Ah, shoot. Alright, well, offer sheeted. They'll probably get him back then. I thought there was someone else here. Like Twerinsky. Where's Twerinsky at? Maybe not. I totally thought he was in here. I totally thought I saw him. There he is. See? I knew it. Is he also... Well, that doesn't have any teams interested in him, so... Let's give him a max two-way for 3 years. And that's it for the ground. Alright, so that was it for that. I think we still need some skaters. Let's go with defensemen right now, because we need a couple of those guys. So, out of these guys... Hjalmarsson technically is retired, so I could snag someone like him, but I kind of want to, you know, maybe allow him to go win some cups or something. Could go with Larson. But he's actually has been sort of solid-ish. Montour, there's one. There's one you don't know what the F's going on with. 3x5 for Montour. There you go. And then we need a depth piece. Oh, that's Juice. Nope. Carrick, Joachim Ryan. I'm gonna go for Joachim Ryan. Just for the sentimental. Alright, go for Joachim Ryan. And I don't know how much else we need after that. So we got essentially a first line of forwards. Because second line could be anyone, then I play. Yeah, second line could be like Skinner, anyone really. That's honestly probably going to be enough. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then 12, 13 with the grinders we picked up. That's honestly enough. Yeah. We still have depth enough. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm a little concerned about who Cousins is going to play with, but he just needs to worry about growing, essentially. This year's all about growth. So that should be it for free agency. I don't need a goalie, do I? Nope, we got Halak Hutton, or Halak Luukkonen. Yeah, we should be good after that. I got a bunch of coaches. Scout pool has to remain the same. And it's a great way to stay in shape. Okay, so that's that. Let's advance a few days here, see if we get everyone signed and whatnot. Oh yeah, that's us. Oh, stops. I didn't want to stop simulation. Alright, whatever. Hopefully we get all our coaches too. Sweet. Oh yeah. This guy I'm actually really excited about. I signed him to 8 years because I actually think this guy could be our fucking long-term guy. It's a pretty early gamble, but whatever. You can... Okay, he's fine with it. That's an assistant. AHL head coach. Something else. Alright, we got all the assistants for the AHL. I'm really want these goalie coaches that I got. Okay, that's the last guy for the NHL, I think. Beautiful. Yeah, C. He's rated as a C goalie coach, and he has like A- teaching, which isn't bad. So I'm really excited about that guy. Again, signed him to 8 years. You feel like it could be a long term. There's their AHL goalie coach. Alright, so hopefully we get all these signings. We got Rowney, Paquette, Ryan, Montour, Duclair, Granlund, Twerinsky. Yeah, Malmsteen has to wait for that. Was that everyone? I thought we... Okay. Yeah, Capitals, they matched it. I kind of expected that. Is that it? I think so. Okay. There you go. And I don't think we had any extensions to do. Doesn't look like it. I think I have too many top 4 guys, but whatever. That's a good problem to have. So, there we are. This is going to be the team. Oh yeah, Ruotsalainen, I don't think he wanted a great contract. Like, I could take a risk and sign him long term, but that's a lot of cash. It's like over 2 for a very, very long time. I don't think he gets that much better than a third liner. So it's like, yeah, I don't think that's worth. I'll wait on that. If I get him to like under 2 million for like 8 years, I'll 100% do that, because I think he's at least going to be third, fourth liner, definitely. But the question is, how good does he get? Who knows? Alrighty, so I bet we tank harder this year. Well, there's no more Eichel, so if we don't tank, I will be. I don't know what else. If we don't tank, I'll just laugh. But that's that. I'm just making sure I have everything. I did a lot here. Yeah, we got all our coaches. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited about this guy's a long-term coach. Look at that. The only thing he's a little weak on is teaching, but that could get better. He's got A+ influence, which will make every other coach better, which will work great in tandem with oh, he had an A teaching. Even better. Great in tandem with the goaltender coach Lampman. Yeah, I'm real stoked on him. And he's got tremendous strategy things. Don't worry about saying 39%, because we don't really have a team. Look at this. Behind the net, forward line 1, good. Overload, forward line 2, great. Crash the net, third line, great. Behind the net, on fourth line, not the greatest. I wish it was crash the net, but who cares? This is what's important. Pinch cycle, pinch balanced. Pinch cycle and pinch cycle on the top 2 pairs is essential, because most of those top defensemen are all about pinch cycle. And that is amazing. And then pinch balance. Now, I think Dahlin, yeah, but by the looks of it, Dahlin's pinch cycle. So, yep, 100% great. That's why I went with him. That's why we're looking good. So now, we're going to sim up here. I'll get the lines and stuff taken care of, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we got these lines relatively set up as good as we're going to get them. Duclair, Granlund, Simmons, interestingly only a +1. Kind of figured it might be higher. Maybe Simmons is dragging it down, but the other chemistries aren't too bad, so kind of curious, but whatever. Sorensen, Gergensen, Zokposo's your second line. Big oof. Bjork, Cousins, and Skinner third line. Now, Cousins is obviously listed as third liner. I'm going to play him in his role. He's got Bjork to support him, and maybe Skinner can score a few goals. And then fourth line of Ruotsalainen, Paquette, and Twarinski. +3 at grinder line. So there you go. Defense, Dahlin, Gudas, and then Yoki, Hardy, McCabe, Montour, Miller. Yeah, it is what it is. Special teams, power play. I didn't mess with too much, but I wanted to get this power play the way that I wanted it. Essentially, Cousins, Granlund, Duclair, Simmons, and Dahlin. Second one doesn't matter. Really doesn't. Cousins is the only one who matters here, so you can see kind of where he's being put in. I'm not going to go too crazy because I didn't put that many touches on this. A lot of this is best lines. So, yeah. Dahlin's going to get some penalty kill time. Who cares? Develop his defense a bit. Yeah, you can see Cousins getting in there. I might want to give him someone a bit better to score with. So I'll do that each time. All right. Dahlin, the extra attackers, and yeah, everything else doesn't matter. Goaltenders, Halak and Luukkonen, who jumped up to an 81 at 22 years old. Looking solid. We'll see how he does throughout the course of this year. Maybe he takes over the starting role from Halak. That would be amazing. And yeah, that's what it is. And I got to show you, I like what our first line is. Quinn, Perfetti. I'm surprised that Perfetti's actually here. Was he USA or something? I don't even remember. Anyway, but here he is. Listed as depth, so I might call him up at some point in this year, but he's going to start in the AHL. He's going to start in the AHL when he's ready, or for the last, after the trade deadline. I used to do that. If the depth player after the trade deadline, I'd call him up and let him play. And then Fogarty, because he's a power forward with him. Not the greatest, but I think he's my only power forward. Offensive stats I was talking about. Yeah, I don't have much better than him, so he's going to be the extra guy. It's mainly going to be Quinn, Perfetti on that line. So there you go. So that's our team. Go ahead and make your predictions now. Good luck finding a forward who's going to lead in points, but probably Dahlin's a safe bet, and then you just get to choose a forward for the league lead. All right, so there we are. There's the team. Watch us succeed again. I'm not going to be surprised. Well, really won't be surprised, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm curious. How are they playing? How are they setting it up? How are they actually putting shut? God damn, look at that top six. Holy shit. Connor, Eichel, Wheeler, Ehlers, Scheifele, Dubois. Jesus. That's a lineup. They still have Restell from us, too. They got more. That's, yeah. Man, if they don't win the cup. How'd they get Reimer? Whatever. Oh my god, that's a solid team. That's a solid team, man. You can't argue with how good that is. That is a goddamn good team. Wow. Okay. That is a good team. So good luck to Jack Eichel. He looking like he'll have a pretty successful time over there in Winnipeg. So let's get going. Let's get started here. Let's go, Buffalo. We'll see what happens here. Obviously, I don't have super high hopes, as we shouldn't. But again, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, we're totally tanking, because might not happen. No, I don't need another defenseman. Oh yeah, and captains are... Okposo's captain, obviously. And then alternates, I made Simmons and Montour, because they both had presence. And actually, Okposo's a leader. So we actually have a leader as captain and then two presences as alternates. So, yay. Yay for that. And yes, I'm playing that defenseman guy, both of the defensemen, Heinola, and I gotta learn how to pronounce his name because he's likely gonna be on this team at some point. Heinola and as well as the dude we drafted, Sweeney. Alright, so 2-5 throughout preseason. Let's see, are we actually gonna tank now? Or are we still gonna kick ass? No, we actually... Oh, come on. There he is. Sweeney out with a concussion. Oh! Heinola jumped up a bit more. He was 78 now. Okay, he's actually listed as top 6. Shoot. Well, I can't play him there. Sorry. I would rather him play in AHL, honestly. So it's just a minor concussion there for Sweeney, but not the way you want to start off your professional career. Really? We're doing this already? I had a depth piece up here. Yeah, I got Yoki. Joakim Ryan gets to hop in. Only +1 rip. Well, we beat the Lightning. Sweeney's back. Good. That's the main thing. Can't wait to see how Perfetti and Quinn do together. Gotta think they're gonna kind of dominate. Well, we say that. We hope. Alright. Come on now. Again, I don't mind if we lose. I'd like to see us score a few goals, but again, I do not mind if we lose whatsoever. That's kind of the goal here. We're attempting to tank, and now that we don't have Eichel, we should actually tank, but you never know. You never know what EA has in store for you. But we'll see. 1-3 to start things off. Hopefully no more injuries. Hopefully we're past that. Are you kidding me right now? Why, though? Now I gotta put a defenseman in there and screw up the chemistry. How have you been doing? Yeah. Not bad. Yeah, unfortunately all the scratches I have are defensemen. Well, there's a DFD. That's a power forward, right? Throw him in there. Just go around, run around, hit some people. Alright, well, I like that. We scored 6 goals, but still lost. I'm a huge fan of that. We beat the Lightning twice, man. Lightning can't handle the Sabres. Let's go. He's actually not bad, but I doubt he actually becomes depth. He's already 24. Alright, throw Fogarty back in there. There we are. Bit of veteran presence for the 2 young guns. Come on, dude. Just let me sim here. It's gonna be one of those years where everyone's gonna get injured, huh? Alright, let's go. 3-7. Alright, it's definitely looking like... Dude, Sweeney! Are you kidding me right now, man? Stop getting injured. That's not good. I'm not a fan of that. Really not a fan of that, the way that looks right now. Sweeney, stop, bud. We really need you to not be one of those getting injured all the time. Oh, great. Now we're... Oh, my God. Wow. Of course, this is going to be a freaking... A year where I just want to move things along and tank. It's just going to be one of those years where everyone's going to get injured. Oh, wow. It even gets a -1 on that line. Who cares? Oh, of course. We're almost back to 500. Really, game? Really? How is this team even close to 500? Alright, hopefully we're well and truly done with all this bull crap. Sorry, Sweeney. You're getting... Still listed as top 6, so I'm still going to play him there in the minor top 6. Yep, there we go. 500 team. 500 team, man. Oh my god, what is this game? Such a weird game. I mean, we're even worse. You can't even say we're even good. We're even worse, and we're still, like, not even close to tanking. I can't remember the last time I've ever successfully tanked. It just doesn't let you. Look at this! Like, are you fucking kidding me? Another injury. I don't know, just throwing someone here. Alright, well, 14-10-0 because why the fuck not? Loxenen's fully healed. Where even were you? Here, I guess. Yeah, probably because you had... How are we winning games 7-2? Where the fuck is the offense coming from? I mean, we're going to get stack growth. We're going to be able to trade guys. That's the only fucking way we're going to be able to draft in this because it's not going to let us tank ever. It's unreal, this game, dude. Seriously. Come on. Really? We're scoring at a 3.5 goal pace with our team? I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm never ever going to understand it. I'm just never going to understand it. Alright, well, I should actually just at least check the goddamn stats. But seriously, man. This isn't a good team. I don't care. I've had teams with 90s in the top 6 do worse than this. That's what bugs me, because I know... the production. Cousins is kicking ass, dude. Like, that's great. I'm happy Cousins is doing good. Duclair, you know, these guys might get stack growth. It's the fucking record that, for me. Oof, Luukkonen. That's pretty rough, son. Hopefully he gets better. At least he's playing in his role. Just not a great start for UPL. Alright, whatever. Darlene's probably kicking ass. I don't know. I'm a little flustered right now. Can you say you blame me, though? Alright, let's go up another month. Hopefully check out some growth here. Hopefully we come back down to earth. Apparently not. Apparently we're just gonna keep winning. So, okay. We're gonna win. Apparently that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be that team. There's a franchise center power forward. Which we're not gonna get our hands on. I'm gonna scout all this stuff though, for sure. Oops, I didn't mean to click on him. Oh boy. Alright, well. I don't know how deep this first round's gonna be in this one. Okay, already looking like it's down there. I'm still gonna scout most of the first round, because we have 3 firsts. We don't know when they're ending up. Probably all of them are gonna be late at this point. Which is just terrific. Like, I got the literal worst first line on the planet. I don't know what it is. There's something about this game that just doesn't allow you to tank. Honestly, I really think that's it. Has anyone ever fucking successfully tanked? Like, what is the secret to it? Because I don't know if I ever have. At least not... Like, even when let's see, Seattle expansion draft, take a terrible team, we do pretty well. I think we make the playoffs and, like, even go past a round or two. Okay, here's the thing. Pittsburgh Penguins. We're trying to make the playoffs. We absolutely tank the first year. And then, obviously in this one, we try... It's just stupid. I don't understand it. Alright, well, here's the low. That guy could be a low elite, so, hey. Maybe we'll have some success after all. But, yeah. I don't know the secret to tanking. I just really have never been able to do it, so hey-oh. Maybe I should just get a bunch of trash two-way guy. I don't know. I don't even think that's... I think that's even worse. Seems like two-way guys, for some reason, can sim really well. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. This whole... I'm completely at a loss. I don't know what to do to make this team tank. I feel like I've done enough. I'm not going to just trade fucking everyone. Because, I said, I'm building around Darlene, keeping Perfetti. Or, not Perfetti, what's his name? Whatever his name. I don't think... Cousins, there we go, keeping Cousins. Those are like the two kind of guys we're building around. Yeah, I'm scouting a lot, pretty deep into the second, because, again, we're in that territory. There's going to be a lot of kind of good stuff in that territory. Alright, now I could probably stop. Let's... look for any possibles. That guy's real. That guy's being scouted. This guy's close enough. I don't think we see the medium elites quite yet, but there's no harm in checking. You never know when they could pop up, and this is stronger draft classes anyway. Scout, please. Thank you. Good old menu lag. Gotta love it. Alright, that's good for the mediums there. That guy's real. Oop. Oscar Lindholm. Let's go. Well, there is some decent looks. Nothing amazing. But who knows? It's really, we want to draft in the top, and that's what the game's not allowing us to do. I don't need to scout that guy. It's... Oop, that guy is. Of course. He's got accents over his name. I think he's real. The game, I don't think they put... I don't think EA generated guys ever have accents over their names. I could be wrong about that, but... that's something that I've softly observed. Wow. We're already out of that, huh? Damn, there's not a whole hell of a lot. I mean, I know I don't have the greatest scouting team, but... damn. Not really a whole lot to get our hands on here. Or at least, on first glance, not a whole lot for me to even scout. Yeah, one of these guys. Except for a name like Pear. Man, does that always have accents? Yeah, I think that does always have accents. Man, okay, I might be completely off base. Alright. Still scouting goalies too, why not? Other than that, no even one ticks. There's one. And can't even scout him. Alright, there you go. That's not a great start, but whatever. We're gonna continue winning. Fucking this game, dude. Whatever. We're a good team. Fine. Let's just be a good team. Why the hell not? Make the playoffs and everything. Kyle Bozo's back. Was it Sheahan dominating or something? Who knows? He came in 10 points in 16 games later. Are you fucking kidding me, game? Jesus. Dude, that's why we're doing so good. Look at these numbers, dude. These guys have no business putting up some of these numbers. Like, this kind of makes sense because they're on the first line, but even then, like, Wayne Simmons is 20 points in 29 games played. Motherfucker hasn't done that, like, ever in his career. Like, in his prime, yes, but, like... oh my god, Darlene's up to a 9. You know what, there's one good thing about this. Darlene is absolutely going nuts. And we got him to a terrifically team-friendly deal. So, hey, there's your bright spot. Darlene is developing extraordinarily well, but... we're still just winning. And I don't think we've lost the Lightning yet. We're in the top wild card spot. Pretty nuts. We're starting to lose now, but I'm not going to get my hopes up about it because, you know, a winning streak's just around the corner. We're still above 500, which should not be the case. Like, the Islanders are doing poorly. Like, what is this? Look at the teams that are doing poorly and then look at... oh my god, this game. Alright, whatever. I just need to accept it. We're never ever going to be able to tank. The game's not going to allow us. I'm going to have to continue to trade up in drafts. We're 24-15-0. The reason I'm angry, guys, is it's because I've had teams that are stacked, have worse records than this at this point, and worse starts and worse there. It's just bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit. And it bugs me. Great sim engine here. So Duclair. Yeah, he's going to get a lot more statistical growth, don't you worry. Skinner might... I mean, look at the dude. He's got 15 goals. He's on pace for 30 goals. That's no... Okay, a bit of natural growth still. Ruotsalainen. Oh, he's naturally growing as well. Dude, he's going to be great. All right, see you in the system here. Sweeney's growing. That's huge. We really need him to. That's good. Not a ton, but at least he's growing. That's a good sign. Perfetti a little bit. And that's actually a good sign, too, because he's in a depth role, right? So him growing right now is actually good. Good, his awareness went up. Sims is growing a bit. That's that goalie. Ratu is growing. This is a guy I was like, oh, we could use his trade value, probably. And he's growing. And Wallstedt's growing a bit. Those are all our top guys. Unfortunately, Quinn hasn't grown. I'm a little nervous about that. He is listed as an other forward, which is stupid. But I'm going to continue to play him where he is, because he should be there. Let's be real. All right. Well, there's that. Some solid growth, at least. So we at least got that going for us. Even though we're 9 games above 500, we cannot tank. So all the way up to the deadline we go. And we're going to continue to do well. It's just, I'm just going to accept it. We're going to do well. We're going to make the playoffs. We're in 3rd place in this fucking division with a 7-point lead. So we're going to make the playoffs. We're going to rely on trading away guys with stat growth. That's going to be our lot in life. It is what it is. EA makes terrible video games. We all know this. We all know it to be true. We try our best. But look, I mean, look at what's happening right now. Look at the team and explain to me that this is a well-fucking-made game. All right. Continuing on here. 31-17-0. Haven't lost an OT, by the way. Gudas is out with injury. Put in Joachim Ryan again. This is great stuff, man. Great stuff. Huge fan of it. Huge fan. Alright, defenseman playing center. Let's go. Another 2-1 win, dude. Amazing. We are just... Honestly, we're a dominant team. We're going to fucking win the division at this rate with this lineup. We have a 2-to-1 win-loss ratio. We have a 2-to-1 win-loss ratio. Trying to tank. We got a 2-to-1 win-loss ratio. Remember this year, guys. Remember this year, and then when we have an absolutely stacked team and we struggle. Remember this. Remember this fucking year. Just remember it. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. We're 3rd in the division. Okay, we're not going to win it because, yeah, the Lightning are up there, but we're not going to miss the playoffs. There's 0 chance we miss. Literally, it's like almost mathematically impossible for us to miss the playoffs at this point. We have to lose every single game, and even then, we might make it. So, too little, too late for all the losses coming now. It's just unreal. 37-22-2. 3 points in a while. Like, even if we miss the playoffs, it won't matter. It's not going to be a good lottery location. So Dahlin's doing great. That's what we wanted. Probably better than I wanted him. I don't know. The team's just doing better than we wanted him to. Look at that locker room chemistry. It's amazing. So here we are, 76 points. No matter what division we're in, we have a playoff spot. 37-22-2. So evidently we're a playoff team whilst trying to tank. Well, yeah, at least we have a positive ratio, I guess, so it makes sense. Dahlin is crushing it. 62 points, 61 games played. Duclair, 54 points. Granlund, 52. Cousins, 47. Simmons, 44. Gergensons has 42 points. 83 offensive awareness. Gergensons has 42 points. Skinner's got, yeah, he's going to get 30 goals. He's going to fucking get 30 goals. Sorensen's got 30 points. Like, come on, like, dude. This is why expansion teams always do good, because they always have these absolute garbage tier players that you think are going to be terrible, but then they just are not. And the defensive core is all about Dahlin, and man, is he putting on a show. UPL, his numbers are still shit. I'm not excited about that. But whatever, he's getting some ice time. That's what's important. It's not even like our goaltender doing great. Halak's doing okay. So here we are, deadline. I'm honestly at a loss, guys. I don't get it. I mean, I guess I get it because it's EA, but it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna just look at the lineup again and beg the rhetorical question, why are we doing so good? It is what it is. We're doing good. The game is what it is. We'll make do. People are gonna wonder, oh, why you keep trading up at the draft. Well, because to rebuild a team, we fucking have to, because we're not gonna be able to get good picks with our own. Plain and simple. It's not gonna let us. So, all right, got some good growth here. I'm really happy with the growth we're seeing for the most part. Perfetti's now 81 overall, still listed as depth. I still think I call him up, give him some NHL time. Throw him on the third line. We can move Cousins up a little bit. Sweeney, hasn't grown too much, maybe a couple more ticks here and there. Okay, he's listed as minor 4. So we move him up, along with his partner, who is a OFD, which is why they're together. Oops. Yeah, Davidson, don't care about him. Move him up. Do that. I don't think Heinel has grown. I could also move him up. I might do that. I might call up some guys. Because, hey, we're probably going to make the fucking playoffs. So might as well get him some NHL playoff experience as well. At this point, yeah. I could sit Miller. I don't care about him. Is Montour, like, is he not even getting demoralized? Why is this guy not getting demoralized? I must have him, like, I don't even know. I must have him on some good locations. Yeah, he's not even, dude's not getting demoralized for anything. It's hilarious. Look at this. There's a playoff team right here. There's a playoff team, you're damn right. Alright, so this team would be lit 5 years ago. Granlund, Simmons on the top line. Young upstart Duclair coming in. Even Okposo. Oh boy, anyway, yeah, I'm looking at guys to possibly trade. If we're gonna do some stuff like that, we can make space with some trades, maybe. But at this point, we ain't tanking. We should just kind of be okay with that. Duclair, they don't have enough value yet. You could trade a guy like Simmons. But other than that, I don't know. I think you kind of hold on to him. Kind of wait to see what you get at the draft, because if I were to trade for anything, it'd be a good second. Maybe, if anything, it'd be a second. So us, and it looks like every single team is going to make the playoffs by the way these picks are lined up. Which is, I mean, to be expected. Florida, Winnipeg, probably going to make the playoffs. Us, we were hoping to tank. Not happening. Is what it is. So yeah, I don't know what we trade. I honestly trade some of the stat growth guys at the draft. I'd rather target them, because that's why I signed them, to get some possible stat growth. But not this year. I thought it would be maybe next year when we have a better team around them. But no, they've apparently just said, we're going to do it this year. We're going to dominate this year and get the job done. So that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're the Panthers. We're ahead of the Panthers. Yeah, the Jets are top of their division. It's a weak division. So that could bode well in the future if these other teams get better. Dude, the Wild are going to be a playoff team. 64 points right now. That's kind of crazy. So this is how good this game is. The Avalanche are near the bottom of their division. Let's just see. Let's just see. Avalanche, bottom of their division. Deserved? Totally. Totally. Yeah, this team definitely deserves to be at the bottom of the division. Absolutely. This is a garbage tier team. Too bad I didn't get their fucking later pick for Middlestad. Yeah, totally. This is a bad team. This is a non-playoff team. Totally a non-playoff team. I think this is the second year where they're struggling too. Like, what the hell? That's a perfect first line. Landeskog, McKinnon, Rantanen. That line alone should get them into the playoffs. Then they have Makar. Well, there's your problem. You're playing two OFGs together. What are you doing? All right, whatever. All right, so that's it. I don't know if we'll make any trades here, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you thought about the Eichel move as well. And, of course, we're going to make the playoffs. What do you think of our chances? Hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one.